Well, a big day for Hyundai. They've launched the Exter, the smallest SUV yet, and talk to us more about that is Tarun Garg. Tarun sir, thank you for joining us today. How significant is the Exter for you? This is a long list of SUVs. This one is joining. Tell us the significance of this one.
Actually, I think it's very, very significant, and it is the 8th SUV in our stable. And I have a feeling, I have a hunch that what Creta did for Hyundai in 2015, Exter will do for Hyundai in 2023, and the kind of response we are receiving, because this sets a new benchmark.
Right.
You know, whether in terms of design, in terms of safety, in terms of features, and now of course in terms of price. You know, it is something beyond expectation, and I believe that here the demand will cut across segments, whether it is from the hatches or whether it is from the SUVs. So I think this will really set the cat amongst the pigeons.
How difficult is it, because a lot of, the pure SUV fans say that, these are not SUVs, these are just small cars, very small cars. But for you to design something like this, what sort of a challenge is it?
Absolutely, I think this is a big challenge because this customer, because everything starts with the customer. Now this customer is like a dil mange more. He's wanting more and more in the car. At the same time, he does not want to pay a very high price for it. So the whole idea was, can you really pitch in so much more? So, you see the wheelbase 2450 means there's so much of leg room, there's so much of knee room, there's so much of headroom. And of course, the feature wise, there's always rich connectivity, 60 connected features. Design wise, you see whether it is this signature H
shape.
In fact, this Exter, I'm receiving some great reviews about this because this will set a new trend.
Again, reminding of the Creta.
So something new, very new coming in. The sunroof, the 12 languages in the AVNT, 60 connected features. 6 airbag standard means that we are not compromising one bit. There are 40 safety features. So it has everything. And the price, like I said, a killer price. So I believe very strongly this will be one game changer, not only in the SUV space, not only in the Hyundai space, but in the Indian automobile space.
All right, tell us about the kind of response you've seen, because it's been a while since you started the bookings of the vehicle, right? What sort of response have you seen?
Fabulous response across the country, more than 10,000 bookings already, 38% automatic bookings, 20% CNG bookings. And of course, last 2 hours since the price has been launched, it is a flood of bookings coming in. So the deliveries will start immediately because the cars have started reaching the dealerships. So I think, like I said, fingers crossed, we are starting S2 on a very, very positive note. And of course, I'm also excited. This all-rounder product has an all-rounder brand ambassador in Hardik Pandya.
Of course, we've seen that. But tell me that you're trying to once again, as with all your cars, you're trying to give a very varied portfolio in terms of engine, gearbox. You have a CNG option as well. You think there's a buyer who's there for each one of these particular categories?
This is a very good question, but please understand the Hyundai strategy. So our strategy is very clear. At the entry level, customer is very price sensitive and he wants more. So a petrol engine with the AMT option and a CNG, it really fits in beautifully. As you move up, when you and above, you have a petrol, you have a diesel, and you have a turbo.
Right.
Verna, you have a petrol and you have a turbo and then a DCT. Right. So we have a very, very clear strategy. We cannot say I have only CNG and every model will be CNG. Right. Or I have only petrol, only model will be petrol. I think we have the technology, and that is what differentiates Hyundai from some of the other OEMs. And I think going forward, this will really work beautifully. This has worked well, and this will work beautifully in the future as well.
What is really interesting for me personally is the introduction of paddle shifts with AMT. We haven't seen before in any car from yours. What was the thought of putting that in this particular car, in this segment?
Look, as you know, Hyundai has always believed in getting a level up, and we have always believed in really setting a new benchmark. So our market research suggested that, of course, AMT was really liked, and customer really wanted that kind of extra bit. And let us see. We have tried this, and this is how we start. We launch into a product, we see the response, and then we take it to the other products. So who knows that tomorrow it will become the in thing.
All right, you've told us about the bookings, but how much time will you be able to deliver these cars? And the introductory prices are valid for how many bookings or for a particular period of time? Can you tell us more about that?
So as of now, today, I want to really soak in the enjoyment of the car. The price is introductory. Of course, we'll have to change it. But as you know, we have always believed in really giving a very reasonable price to the customer. So even as and when it goes up, we'll be very conscious of this Indian customer who is really wanting more and more value into the car. And Hyundai has always been aware of this. And as far as deliveries are concerned, deliveries are starting from second half of today.
Right.
So we are all set. The vehicles have started reaching the dealerships. And initial waiting period we had given to the customers who had booked about 3 months plus minus. But the production is now ramping up. It is in full swing. and going forward, we should be able to deliver the customers faster to the
Right,
customers.
so thank you so much for your time. Wish you all the best. With the
Thank
Exter.
you so much, Hans.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.